Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? All right. It's another beautiful day, and not just any beautiful day. It is a beautiful day with NFP by the side. And hope you all have made some money already. Hope you've made some money because today's NFP, just like it was said, and today's NFP has actually been a very volatile one. I remember I sent out a message in the morning saying that okay, today's NFP is actually going to be it's not going to be like the previous ones you've seen. Today is actually going to be a very volatile NFP. And if you could remember what happened, if you were here with us last year and you were part of the NFP that actually happened with between November, October, November, and December, you could say for sure that NFP was actually it was actually very profitable. Like it had a very there was a massive profitability, and it was always come with a massive volatility. All right, so that alone is a very huge one for anybody that actually wants to trade. And if you were not here then, well, just know that during this particular time, during this period, you always have some really good volatilities in the market. It always come with good moves. All right. So then this is actually an opportunity to experience the kind of thing that we actually experienced last year. So don't take any news that that is going to be coming out within this period. Don't take it for granted. Any news I'm talking about the all the fundamentals. For example, the CPI that is going to be coming out, I think next week, sometime next week. Don't take it lightly. It's going to be volatile. And the volatility I'm talking about is not like it will go up and then come down and then no, it's going to be a one directional move and it's going to be really, the move is going to be high. All right. So don't take any of those for granted. It's going to be a massive move. They are going to be massive moves. All right. And of course, today is NFP and sorry, CPI. Pardon me, it's actually NFP. Yes, I'm correct. Today is NFP, and the NFP data that we've had today has actually been very profitable. Like the move has been on point. It's been at least if you don't make enough money, you shouldn't make anything less than 100,000 naira if you're a VIP client. And of course, if you have 100K in your account, you shouldn't make anything. I don't know if you actually traded because I always advise people that if you have less than this, and don't trade on indices, especially during the CPI fundamentals rather. But today has been a very different outlook. Today's news has been very different. It's actually been the profitability has actually been really massive, and it's a very good one. It's a very good start. It's a very good start. All right. So I'm just going to share my screen so that you could see. Oh wow, NFP yes, NFP today was really profitable. Congratulations. I really it's a good one. It's a good one. All right, it's a good one. So just for the sake of those people that don't know what NFP is all about, let me just share my screen and show you the fundamental first. We'll first of all start with the Forex Factory. I'm not going to be waiting for people to join. I'm just going to go straight to the point because today the news it's all what we need. All right, the news is actually going to be very massive. So I'm just going to share. Okay, great. Now this is it. This is the outcome of the news. This is the outcome of the news. And of course, you know that anytime you see news like this, of course, you are going to be expecting some really good move. Now look at it. I believe you can see all of them. You have just a second. Let me get my okay. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to set up some things and then we'll get started. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, now great. I was telling you about the news that actually came out. We have a couple of fundamentals and then Okay, great. So now, by of course by 1:30, Canadian economy also had their news. All right, CAD also had their news. We had the employment change for CAD, and of course the unemployment rate for CAD, and every single thing came out positive. So if you're traded on CAD today, this afternoon also, you should have known that there was a massive volatility there, and man, CAD was all the way up there, of course. But because of the news that also came out, if you're looking at USD CAD, you might not really make some money. All right, if you're looking at USD CAD, you might not really make some money. But then if you're looking at other CAD currencies, all right, if you're looking at, for example, now Euro CAD or CAD JPY, then these ones are the ones that are going to be giving you some really good volatility because of the news from CAD. But if you're looking at the Euro, the US dollars didn't might not really have massive volatility for CAD that much, because there was also a news that came out from CAD. You might be having some conflicting directions, but of course we're going to be discussing about that. So that is that for CAD, or it also came out today. But our attention is going to be on the dollar that came out. All right, that is the news from the US. Now, if you check, average hourly earning came out negative. I know that a lot of you will be asking me, or you'll be probably be thinking, please, can anyone hear me? Someone said there is no audio. I just want to be sure that people can actually hear me. Let me not just assume that it's his fault. Just need like 3 persons to confirm that can hear me. All right, perfect. Oh, great. So, Mr. Chooks, there you go. They can hear me. All right. So you probably will be asking, how am I going to relate these two news, these 3 news? There are about 3 news from the US. One came out positive, but then the other 2 came out negative. Now, why? What should I be thinking? How do I take advantage of this kind of thing? How do I know which of them is going to actually have the effect in the market? Now, it is actually very much simple to know that. One thing you should know is that, what is the news all about? What is the news all about? What is the news all about first? We're looking at the NFP, all right? And NFP, at least with the best of our knowledge that we know, NFP is non-farm employment change, or you can also call it non-farm payroll, right? It's either you call it non-farm employment change or you call it non-farm payroll. And which of these news actually represents that? Which of these news represent that? Look at it right there, non-farm employment change. So this is actually the one that you're looking out for massively. Had it been this non-farm employment change came out neutral, then you can actually go in for a sell. All right. But then it came out positive. It came out positive. And then the positive news, it is not just like anyhow positive. Now, the news was the report was really it improved with a landslide. You could see that the previous was 227. The previous here was 227. If you could see it, the previous was 227. The forecast was 171. And then the forecast, and the actual. Okay, the forecast was 171. The previous was 227, but then the actual came out as 336. Now, this is like more than 100% increase in this particular news. So it is going to be volatile. Now, these are the kind of things that you should be considering. If the actual came out positive, by how many percent? By how many percent was, or did it come out as? By how many percent? All right, by how many percent? A second, let me just help someone out and let's be sure. Okay, now let's go ahead. Okay, so now with this, you could tell that the percentage at which this particular news increased is more than 100%. So that actually makes it to be a very good news outcome. So it is actually a buy. So this is a buy, is what you're looking out for. And how long is it going to buy? This kind of news, well, the buy most likely is still going to continue. Now let's go to our chart. Let's go to our chart and see what is going on there. Let's go to our chart and see what we have there. Okay. All right. All right. Now this is dollar index. Dollar index had a massive buy. All right. It bought massively today. It bought massively. And of course, I told you the reason for this is, of course, because of the news that came out just a few minutes ago. It came out by 1:30, and it actually gave massive strength to dollar. Now, the question is that, is the retracement in progress? Now, it is not yet time for retracement. Please don't go and start trading on retracement yet. If you want to trade on retracement, then go to 1 minute or 5 minutes time frame. If you're on 5 minutes time frame and you want to trade on retracement, then it is fine. Do you understand? You can still trade on retracement on 5 minutes time frame. But I personally, I will advise anybody that wants to trade on this, do not trade on retracement. It is not yet time for retracement. This particular market is still going to be pushing up. All right, it is still going to buy. All right, so don't be in a haste to jump into retracement thinking, oh, this market, it has started retracing. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, don't do that. It is not yet time for retracement. It is not yet time for retracement. Okay, now, so if you want to take up any, or for example, like I said, if you want to trade on retracement, peradventure, you just want to try it out. Now go to 5 minutes time frame. You might see a better opportunity there, at least to follow the downward move that's going to be happening. But apart from that, if you're a 1 hour time trader, please don't trade on retracement. Okay, said, please, sir, how do we know when it's time for retracement? Now, the thing is that if you check the outcome of the news, it can actually tell you how long the move is going to last. For example, now this particular move with the outcome of the news, you could tell that it is going to move further. It is going to move higher. All right. Most likely, even the news outcome from maybe one is 2:30, you're actually going to be seeing a further sell or a further buy on this particular instrument. So you might, this is just a little bit of a cover up, but it is not, the buy has not ended yet. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I said, if you want to take advantage of it, if you must do that, then come to 5 minutes time frame. Now you can enter a sell and then maybe just take your profit somewhere around here. But if you're looking at here on 1 hour time frame, you discover that it is just a very short kind of sell. It is just a very short sell. And will it get here? The probability of it getting there is high. But I personally, instead of me to just enter, what's it called, lots of sales or from there, it is better I enter buys. It is better I enter buy from that same point. Remember, I said that I can decide to enter a sell from that point. But of course, if I'm going to be entering a sell, I'll have to use a very a very low lot size. Maybe enter the sell and then just place my my TP here, so that okay. All right, now placing my TP just around here. But when they start retracing, this is actually the one I'm going to be going in for is the buy. So when they start buying, I'm going to just follow up the buy all the way up. So this instrument, I am going to actually expecting a further buy on it. I'm expecting a further buy, and especially when it's 2:30. When it's 2:30, I'm expecting a buy on dollar index. So if you don't want to enter dollar index for now, I will advise just hold on it until when it is time. And I said, when is it going to be the time? It is going to be the around it's going to be around what is it called? 2:30. By 2:30, you're going to be seeing the massive volatility. And like I said, you should go in for a further buy. Go in for a further buy rather than a sell. All right, go in for a buy rather than a sell. Don't enter a sell on this particular instrument. Don't enter a sell on this particular instrument. But I'll prefer you go in for a buy on it. All right, I'll prefer you going for a buy. So the same thing comes with Euro USD. Like I said, I know that this particular instrument is currently retracing. Remember that we're not trading on it technically. This analysis, it is not based on technical analysis. It is based on the fundamental, the news that is already out. It is based on the news that is already out. So if you also want to take advantage of it, if you want to take advantage of this, you should consider a further sell. you should consider a further sell. That is, of course, it's going to push up a bit. But then as it's pushing up, the best thing you can do for yourself is to constantly enter a sell. And then maybe you can set your take profit at the low or the lowest of this particular candle, at the lowest point, but it's still going to sell. Now, when should I be looking out for a retracement? Then your retracement should be coming around 3. If that's going to be the case, the retracement is going to be coming around 3 p.m. All right, the retracement should be coming around 3 p.m. Like I said, this one, if I'm going in for a sell, this is where my take profit is going to be. Remember, my sell is going to be TP. Just make sure you don't exceed 106.378. That should be your take profit for a sell on dollar index. The same thing goes for Euro USD. Now let's go to 1 hour time or 5 minutes time frame and take an entry on Euro USD. Now with Euro USD, my TP is going to be just at this price level. All right, this is the highest it's going to get to. So you can set up a trade and go back to 1 hour. So perfect, just around here. Okay, I think it might get here. It might get here. So if you want to take up a sell on Euro USD, let your TP be at price 1.05217. 1.05217. That's if you're going for a buy on Euro USD, that should be your take profit. Please don't exceed there. Don't exceed there. Don't exceed at that point. Now for what's it called? Dollar index, it has almost gotten to that same region. So if that is going to be the case, of course, Euro USD also is going to get to this point. So Euro USD, if you're buying, let your TP be at price 1.05217. 1.05217. Don't exceed that point. Don't exceed that point. Okay. Don't exceed that point on this particular instrument. Don't exceed that point. All right. Don't exceed that point. So the TP is going to be at price what? 1.05217. That is your TP. So it means that from that point, what are you going to do? Once it gets there, it is now you're going to follow it up with a sell. It's going to be a perfect sell. But for now, you can follow up the buy. TP at 1.05217. Once it gets there, don't buy again. Once it gets there, don't buy again. Now let's take a look at this particular instrument of mine. All right. Now, of course, some of you already know our instrument has gotten to 150. Hope you know that it got to 150. And I told you that once it gets to 150, what is going to happen? There's going to be a massive sell. And I don't know if all the traders were just hoping for it. Immediately it got to 150. It had a massive crash and came back to 147 that same day. So if you've not been following us on this long-term trading, I guess this is actually the time that you should have. I told every single person, Lisa, we started following this like 3 months ago. And I believe if you actually followed us very well, there is nothing that will make you not to make some massive profits. I know some clients that made up to $1 million just on this particular trade. All right, he made just on this trade. So every single support he gets to, he enters a buy, and he was just using 0.05. So just imagine, like, all this while he's been following it from 137 till when it goes to, it actually closed at 148. It was a massive profit. So he had more than 30 trades running at the same time, because he was always entering. Every single time we have a meeting and I said, find a comfortable position to enter, he always enters at a support. And all the trade that he took, all of them gave him profits. The lowest profit he had from each of them was not less than 30,000 naira. So just imagine that kind of person following this kind of trade. So that also is showing on this particular trade. So on USD JPY, I am still going in for a buy. USD JPY, I am still going in for a buy. And my TP for today on the buy is going to be at price 149.663. 149.663. That is my take profit for USD JPY. That is my TP. So I'm still going in for a buy on USD JPY. Remember, I told you that for Euro USD, I said you can go in for a sell or a buy and TP here. Then for dollar index, you can go in for a sell and TP here. But please, for USD JPY, don't enter any sell. All right, just go in for a buy, and that is going to be where your take profit is going to be. So it's actually a longer one. So your TP should be at price 149.663. Now you probably will be asking, so is the buy still going to continue? Well, I am actually expecting the buy to still go up maybe to this point to get back to 149.885. then make a double top at that point, and then now have a descent fall. This is not actually the fall that we're expecting. There is still going to be a more decent fall, but that is going to be happening very, very soon. So for now, I will still be going in for a buy for this particular instrument. There's still going to be a fall, but that fall is going to be coming very soon, and it's going to be a more decent fall. All right. Said always mention the name of the instrument. I have called USDJPY for more than 10 times now. So, but fine, I will. This is USDJPY. USDJPY. All right. And we've looked at Euro USD, and I said buy on Euro USD TP at 1.05 to 17. And once it gets there, we're going to be going in all the way for a sell. We're going to be going in all the way for a sell. All right. Then for USDJPY, I am just going in for a buy and TP at 149.663. All right. So for Canadian dollar, let's look at USD CAD. USD CAD is actually currently on a support on 1 hour time frame. So let's go to 5 minutes time frame. It is currently on a support on 1 hour time frame. And for 5 minutes time frame, there is no support. There is no support region here. But let me just refresh to make sure that that is actually the current position. Just put in the support and resistance template again and zoom out. All right. So on 5 minutes time frame, the support is still a little bit far. So we can try out this. We can try out a pending order and see how many pips this can give us. Let's try out a pending order and see how many pips this can give us. It's not a bad one. This is about 7.7 pips. So then let's try out this using a buy stop and a sell stop formation. Then let's go back to 1 hour and see what we've got here. So this is actually what we've got here. But with this, I don't support it because on 1 hour time frame, this is exactly on that resistance. So let's take it a little bit lower. All right. So see. So now for USD CAD, we're going to just respect this support and resistance, this support level right here. We're going to be respecting this support level right here. So let's go back to 1 hour or 1 minute or 5 minutes time frame and take a look, take a closer look. Okay. So there's a little bit of a conflicting levels on 5 minutes time frame and 1 hour time frame. For 5 minutes time frame, there is no support, but for 1 hour time frame, there's a support. So what we're going to be doing is that it means that region is going to be having a fake out when it gets there. So the best thing you can do is that set up a pending order. Set up a pending order using the 5 minutes time frame. And my entry position for the buy is going to be at price. My entry position for buy. Okay, so why are we selling CAD when NFP came out? Now, did you notice that from the beginning, I also told you that there was a news from CAD. Did you hear that? You joined from beginning, right? I told you that there was also a news from CAD and it came out positive. Now, this one is now the battle of which is stronger, which is going to be stronger. So both of them came out positive for each other. But one good thing about CAD is that every single news came out positive. But US is the only one that came out positive. But CAD, all the news came out positive. So hope you now get that. All right. So, and I didn't say you should sell. I said we're going to be setting a pending order. A pending order is a situation where you're looking out for a breakout. All right. So let's go ahead, please. The entry position for the buy is going to be at 1.36959. 1.36959. That is going to be the entry position for the buy. Then for the TP, the take profit is going to be at 1.37079. 1.37079. That is the take profit for this particular instrument. 1.37079. Then going forward to the sell, I'm going to be entering the sell at price 1.36782. 1.36782. That is my entry position, and my TP is going to be at price 1.36635. 1.36635. That is my take profit for USD CAD. And then of course, GBP USD. Yes, for GBP USD, I'm going to be going in for a buy on GBP USD. I'm going to be going in for a buy on GBP USD. Okay, great. My sell has taken profit for this, and of course, Euro USD, the buy is going to be taking profit very soon. So for USD, okay, now for GBP USD rather, for GBP USD, the TP is going to be at price 1.21743. 1.21743. 743. So you can buy at the current price for GBP USD, TP at price 1.21743. 1.21743. 1.21743. So you can buy at the current price and take your profit at this level. 1.21743. All right. Remember, once it's 330, once it's 230, we are going to go to the opposite direction of most of the trades. So 1.21743 is the take profit for GBP USD. Now for NZD USD, I'm also going to be going in for a buy for NZD USD, and my TP is going to be at price 0.63561. For AUD USD, you can go in for a buy, TP at 0.63561. 0.63561. 0.63561. So that is where our take profit is going to be. And I believe dollar index also it has gotten to take profit. Euro USD has also gotten to take profit. Then for USD JPY, it's going to we're going all the way for just a buy. But I told you that for USD CAD, is best we go in for what's it called, a pending order, and which you've entered. I believe you got the pending directions. Then for GBP USD, also a very short buy, and the TP is going to be at price 1.21743. 1.21743. And AUD USD is 0.63561. Now let's quickly take a look at US 2000 and see what we've got on that particular instrument. Now, for looking at all the indices, remember I told you that the strength in dollar has not ended, right? I told you that dollar has not ended yet. The buy in dollar has not ended. It means that the sell in indices is not over yet. The sell for indices is not over yet. The sell for indices is not over yet. So with that in mind, let's just go to 5 minutes time frame, because we're going to be looking at all these instruments on 5 minutes time frame. And of course, we use support and resistance for this. Now, on 5 minutes time frame, you could see that, yeah, there is actually a sell momentum that is coming up already. All right. Like I am personally going in for a further sell on indices. I am personally going in for a further sell on indices. Just like I said, both what was it called? The US 30, US 100, and US 2000. I'll be going in for a further sell. All right. Now, this particular, all these instruments, you might be expecting a little bit of a retracement from them, but I don't think it's going to go for a very long time. I don't think it's going to go for a very long time. So for US 2000, to be on the safe side, let's go in for we just have about 2 minutes to go before this particular, before it's 2:30. Of course, when it's 2:30, it's actually a better time to trade on what's it called, the rest. But let's go in for a pending trade, and I believe you're actually going to be making some good profit on this particular one. So for US 2000, why not you set up a pending trade at price for the buy 1740.5? That is 1740.5. 1740.5, and then the TP should be at 1743.0. Let me call it again. The entry should be at 1740.5. All right, 1740.5. But I personally, what I would have just done if I were you is just to enter an instant sell. All right, but then just to be on the safe side, for some of you, let's just take an instant. Let's take a pending order. So 1740.5, and the TP for the buy is 1743.0. Then for the sell is 1733.0, 1733.0, and the TP is 1730.6. But I remember I said I will prefer a sell on all these instruments. I will actually prefer you to sell indices. Like for example, US 30, US 100, and US 2000. I personally, I'll be going in for a sell. But like I said, to be on the safe side, you can just go in for a pending order. So I said for US 2000, the entry position is 1733.0, 1733.0, and the TP is 1730.6. That is a sell entry. All right, that is a sell entry. But for US 30 and US 30 and US 100, I'll be going in for a sell on both of them. All right, but of course, you're not going to be staying for a long time. US 2000 sale has already started, but like I said, I'll be going in for a further sell on US 2000. I'll be going in for a further sell on US 100, and I'll also be going in for a further sell on US30. I am not going to be staying for the buy for long. Remember, I told you that I am expecting this particular instrument to actually still have a little bit of a sell push down. So for US30, I'll be going in for a sell. For US100, I will also be going in for a sell. You don't need to stay long on the trades, all right? You don't need to stay long on the trade. Just make as much money as you can and then for exit the market. So for US2000 here, the sell is already active. So you can just follow up the sell all the way down. And for US100, I'm going to be going in for a sell also on US100. All right, I'll be going in for a sell on US100. And for US30 also, I'm also going to be going in for a sell. But of course, like I said, you don't need to stay for a very long time on the market. Just make some money and then exit the trade. All right. Okay, so now remember I told you that once Euro USD gets to that top, of course, follow the sell, right? And I hope you actually did. Your TP for that Euro USD is supposed to be your entry position. As it got to that point, I hope you actually entered the sell. And of course, for dollar index, this the TP was also supposed to be your entry position for a buy. All right. So from here, you can also now follow up with the buy. All right. So that is going to be that for US30 is already pushing all the way down. US100 is actually having a little bit of a push up, especially on 5 minutes time frame. But let's take a look at it on 1 hour time frame and see what it is looking like on US100. Okay. Sorry, let me just adjust my screen. I think one of my screen just went off. All right, great. I believe you can see my screen now. Sorry, the one that I had the sharing screen actually went off. Okay, so I believe you can see my screen now, right? Okay, so welcome back. All right, so for US100, like I said, yeah, for US30, US100, and US2000, I'm not just going to be jumping into a buy. I'll be following the sell. All right, but of course, like I said, if you want to scalp on them, you have a better opportunity to actually still scalp. But I am personally going in for a sell on US30 and US2000. But for US100, it is best you consider what is it called? Looking at monitoring the trade very well, because you currently US100 is pushing up. So I don't think it's going to be what you do is that if you're on a sell on US100, set up a stop loss at price 14820.83. Set up, I don't expect it to get there, but just to be on the safe side, set up a stop loss at price 14820.83. And if it gets to that point, please enter a buy once it gets to that point. But for the rest, yes, I'll still be sticking in for the sell. For the rest, I'll still be sticking in for the sell. So for US100, I'll be going in for what's it called? I'll be placing my stop loss at price 1420.83. 1420.83. So that is where I'm going to be putting in my stop loss. But the rest is going to be a sell for me this afternoon. Now you can also check it out on 1 hour time frame to see that you actually have a better opportunity to have a decent sell. And of course, don't be in a haste to jump out from all the trades. Don't be in a haste to jump out from the trade. All right. Okay, so today is actually let's take a look at agro commodities. Where is my okay, sorry, this was on a different account. I might not be able to be going through my agro commodity because it's currently on a different account. All right. I hope you're current also on a very good profit on USDJPY. All right. And of course, on the sell for Euro USD, the sell is still going all the way down. So you can still follow the sell. And USD CAD has triggered the buy. Perfect. So you can still follow it. All right. Now, I am not going to be analyzing gold. All right. And the reason is because you don't need to be worrying yourself about all the instruments. We always go through them. So getting yourself worked up on one particular one actually makes me feel like maybe you just came in for just one instrument. And if that is not done, then so maybe I'm going to subpedal on giving trades on gold, but we'll just focus on other ones. So for US100, okay. AUD USD, I think I already called the entry position. So AUD USD is going all the way up, and I've given the take profit for that particular one. And US 30, I said is going all the way down. US 100, I said I'm going to be selling, but then I gave you a stop loss for that particular one just in case. But US 2000, we're also going to be selling on US 2000. My wheat and corn, that is agro commodities, is on a different server, and I might not be able to access it now. So we might not actually be taking a trade on this particular one. So you're actually going to be seeing a little bit of a retracement from 3 p.m. All right, from 3 p.m. you should expect retracements. From 3 p.m. you should expect some good retracements, and those are what's it called, a good and a decent retracement points. All right, so I believe you should have taken some of the trades. US 30 is a sell, and US 100 it's a sell. US 2000, I'm also going in for a sell on US 100. And of course, Euro USD, from there, we've already taken a buy. But of course, from that point, you can go in for a sell. For USD JPY, it's going to be a buy all the way up. Then for USD CAD, buy has triggered, so you just continue with that. Then GBP USD, I'm actually expecting a little bit of a push up. So a buy, but when it gets there, you can now go in for a sell. Hopefully before 3 o'clock, it should have gotten here. Then you can now follow on for the sell. And then AUD USD, we said AUD USD is going to be a buy. So I expect a little bit of a push up on this particular trade. All right, so that is going to be that for today. And all right, for those of you that want to enter gold, yeah, you can actually go in for a sell on gold at the current price. Yeah, you can go in for a gold on the current price and take your profit at 1820.49 rather, 1820.49, or just extend it a little bit to 1820.08. Okay, so now this is actually just to tell you there is no need of trying to remind me of instruments. I'm always going to go through them. Because you're posting them on the chat section does not mean I'm going to attend to it. So why not just allow us to just follow serially and then get to every single of the instruments? All right. So thank you everybody for joining us today. For gold, you can go in for a sell. TP at 1820.08. 1820.08. And of course, you should have been on a very good profit on US 30. You should have also been on a good profit on US 100. I don't know how many of you actually took US 30 and US 100, and how many of you are in profit on both of them. Because from my end, I am actually on a very good profit on US 30 and of course on US 100. I don't know who took the trades. So I guess nobody took the trade. So it's still what I was talking about. Most persons actually are just concentrated on gold, and they will miss out on some really good opportunities on other things. All right, so that is going to be all for today. That's going to be all for today. Thank you everybody for joining me today, and we'll see tomorrow. And sorry, not tomorrow actually. We're going to be seeing on Monday. Yeah. US 30 is actually, I am still holding on my US 30. Yeah, we'll see on Monday. Yes, I'm still holding on my US 30. Thank you everybody for joining me today, and do have a lovely evening. And enjoy the weekend. Take our time to rest. You actually deserve resting. I took the Liberty trade on US 30. Congratulations. All right. Okay, this Celestine, this name actually sounds familiar, but let's call it a quit today. Thank you everybody for joining me today. Do have a lovely evening and enjoy the weekend.